Hello medics, we are going to go through the osteology of the sternum. So please, when you watch this video, don't forget to subscribe, to like and comment. So the sternum is it's a flat elongated bone that is located in the anterior median part of the chest wall. So the whole of this is what we call the chest wall, but it is located in the anterior aspect but in the median part. Remember, where we find the sternum is that point of the median plane, where the median plane passes. So it is in the median part but still in the anterior aspect. So the sternum consists of three parts. We have three parts that make up the sternum. First of all, we have the upper part that is known as the manubrium sterni or the episternum. We have the body of the sternum. Then we have a lower part known as the xiphoid process. But today, our emphasis is going to be on the upper part of the sternum or the manubrium sterni. We're going to go through its osteology. What makes up the manubrium sterni, what is its shape, the surfaces together with the borders. So the manubrium sterni, when we consider the manubrium sterni alone or the episternum, its shape is that it's roughly quadrilateral in shape. So if I consider the superior part to be one side, this is another side, this is another side, and this is another side, that is roughly quadrilateral in shape. So the manubrium sterni, it is the thickest and strongest part of the sternum. So the thickness is clearly visible. It is thicker than the body and it is the strongest part. Then its location is that it is located opposite to the third, that is the third thoracic vertebrae, and the fourth thoracic vertebrae. So that one is the third thoracic vertebrae, then the fourth thoracic vertebrae, the ones that are highlighted. It is opposite the third and the fourth thoracic vertebrae. Then when you go through like the manubrium, it has two surfaces. It has the anterior surface, the front part, and it has the posterior surface. Then it has four borders: the superior border, the inferior border, this is the superior border, this is the inferior border, and the two lateral borders. So now let us go through the surfaces from the anterior surface to the posterior surface. The anterior surface, this surface that you can see, it provides attachment to the sternal head of the sternocleidomastoid muscle. Then for the posterior surface, it provides attachment to two muscles, the sternohyoid and the sternothyroid. Sternohyoid muscle, its attachment occurs at the level of the clavicular notch. This one is the clavicular notch, or let me use this side because this one right there is the clavicle. So the notch is there where the medial end of the clavicle articulates. So this is the clavicular notch that is located on the superior border, but when we go to the posterior surface, at the level of the clavicular notch, we have the sternohyoid, and then at the level of the facet of the first costal cartilage, we have what we call the sternothyroid. This is the first costal cartilage. That is the facet of the first costal cartilage. We have what we call the sternothyroid muscle. That is the facet of the first costal cartilage. That is the first costal cartilage. So now let us go through the borders. This is the upper border. The upper border, for it is self-explanatory in that it is concave in shape, and its concavity presents what we call a notch known as the suprasternal notch or the jugular notch. That is the suprasternal notch or the jugular notch. Then that superior border, or what we call the upper border, it is thick as you can see, and a bit rounded. Then it provides attachment to a ligament. That ligament is called the interclavicular ligament. This is one clavicle, and there is another clavicle there to which this clavicular notch articulates with. So we have what we call the ligament that is holding the two clavicles in position. So the upper border provides attachment. Then the clavicular notch on either side of the suprasternal notch articulates with the clavicle to form the sternoclavicular joint. So the joint that is formed right there is called the sternoclavicular joint. So now let us go through the lateral borders. For the lateral borders, they consist of two facets, the upper facet and we have a lower demi facet. This is the upper facet. That upper facet provides what we call or articulates with the costal cartilage of the first rib. Then the lower demi facet is called a demi facet because it's not a complete facet. The full facet is being formed by a combination of the lower demi facet of the manubrium sterni and the upper demi facet of the body of the sternum. So this is a complete facet, but the manubrium sterni has a demi facet, or what we call the lower demi facet. So together with the upper demi facet of the body of the sternum, at the sternal angle, they articulate, or that full facet articulates with the costal cartilage of the first rib. So now let us go through the lower border. The lower border is simply a joint. The lower border articulates with the upper end of the body of the sternum to form what we call the manubriosternal joint. And this joint is of secondary cartilaginous type. So it's a manubriosternal joint that is formed. So that is all about the manubrium sterni, or the episternum, which is the upper part of the sternum. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, to like and comment. Thank you, and nice day, nice time.